and welcome back to my channel, ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as well as give this review a thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave me any comments or questions that you guys may have on this review today. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, as we do have a ton of content coming out this week, so you will want to be alerted as soon as we have those videos uploaded to YouTube. So if you are wondering what that little introduction was, that's right, this is kind of about the earth today, this unboxing that we're about to do. So this is none other than the Flyleather pack minus the blazer. We've got the Air Max 90 and the Air Force 1, and this was a Nike collab done with a Berlin-based designer. Her name is Ruohan Wang, and I'm excited to go through this. I mean, this is an insanely unique kind of coloring scheme that I haven't seen before on either of these silhouettes. So first we're going to get into that overview. Next we're going to talk about sizing. Then we're going to get into some history on who exactly is Ruohan Wang and where did she get this artistic background from. Then we're going to hit that styling section, and I took this outdoors, you guys. This is a shoe that was definitely the perfect shoe to really be in the outdoor environment. So I can't wait to show you that styling section. After the styling, we are going to conclude with Resale on how this shoe is currently doing. The shoe did sell out quite fast. For those of you who are unfamiliar with it, it definitely sold out quickly on sneakers. So definitely excited that I'm able to show you two, because it was very hard to get at least one. So now let's get into this overview. All right, so for those of you who are unfamiliar with this designer, she is very, very well known for using these bold, vibrant colors. So first I'm gonna go through the Air Max 90 to start, and we're gonna go through the different patterns that she has and some differences on the Air Max 90 versus the Air Force 1. So the shoe is decorated in just a vibrant variety of vibrant colors, including these greens, and purples, and bright yellows. We've got just a nice simple base palette that she started with of white. Then we've got some light gray neutral tones. They're kind of just it's just spread out throughout the shoe. Light browns are here that I'm seeing. The air bubble unit is bright yellow inside, which is quite nice. And then we're seeing some anthropomorphic figures on the toe here. So it's just like a figure that looks human, but it's not quite human. And then we've got this crazy nice bright blue swoosh on the medial and lateral side. It almost looks like we've got some floral prints as well on the sides of the toe box here. And of course we've got the earths, as you see here. And this material that we're feeling on the toe box, it's quite different than any leather that I'm used to touching. This one definitely feels very kind of slippery, and it's the Flyleather. So the Flyleather is actually partially recycled. So it's at least 50% recycled leather fibers, which is pretty cool. So for those of you who haven't seen some of my previous videos, I've done a lot of videos. The last one was on the craters, and I go through and I discuss how Nike is really about zero waste. And so they're trying, I feel like, really hardcore this year to really develop different shoes, including the space hippies, to really give back to the environment by recycling materials that they probably would have just normally wasted in the garbage and thrown out. So it's pretty cool to see the Air Max 90 redone in this new Flyleather that is 50% recycled leather fibers. Very nice detail. And then we've got this swoosh, but it's kind of cartoon looking, which I kind of like. And the Air Max 90 is in this kind of very creative font, which is something I'm not used to seeing as well. And then we've just got these beautiful kind of, almost looks cow-like. This is reminding me of the Ben & Jerry's coloring scheme for some reason. I have no idea why, but that just reminds me of the cow on the side. So it looks like these are just cool little penciled figurines that she's got all throughout. I mean, it really just looks like a hand-penciled look all over each side of the shoe. We've got more earths on this side as well, earths on this side and bigger print. We've got floral prints going on here. On the swoosh mark, we've got a person, it's like they're talking to the earth on the swoosh there, and then just a simple plain swoosh on this side of the shoe. And on the Air Max 90, we've got the swooshes in this bright blue colorway, and that's on both sides. We've got also some more Chinese writing on each side of the shoe. And so the Chinese writing and characters that she used basically signify natural circulation and power and love. And those are basically the sayings that we're seeing in that Chinese writing on the shoes. And she wanted to depict the energy of Berlin, and that's why you see these very bright, vibrant colors on the toe box, which kind of shows, you know, how Berlin is in general. It's a very artistic, young, vibrant city where I feel like a lot of creatives come to really make their dreams come true. And I think she's really displaying that quite nicely on each of the shoes. We've got just a simple plain white midsole with that green air on the bottom, and on this one, a plain white midsole as well with just that neon bright pop of color. And then the air bubble is bright neon yellow on this. On the back of the Air Max 90, we've got that bright yellow with Nike Air. And we've got some of that cow print, kind of reminds me of the Chunky Donkey look. Actually, all the colors in the Air Max 90 kind of remind me of the Chunky Donkeys for some reason. It just resembles that. And so, yeah, we've got a lot of motions resembling kind of the Earth's natural forces, and the two-part balances that reflect basically Ruohan's life, all incorporated on both of these shoes. Very, very diverse shoe that we have going on here, and you can definitely tell that this is all about, you know, giving back to the earth. And as you guys know, I've done some other videos on the space hippies and the creators, and so Nike is definitely pushing a lot of different pieces that are using recycled pieces, and this definitely is doing that with the Flyleather material. And then let's quickly look at the tongue on both of these. It looks like these are the same. It's got some legs running in that neon color with flowers coming out, almost like it's a pot, with Ruohan Wang's signature on the top. And then we've got a bright insole logo of the Nike and swoosh mark with a little cute face, and both insoles are the same and they're white. And then it looks like we've got similar tongues here as well with the Air Max 90 and the Air Force 1, and this kind of cutesy writing with a little cartoon looking swoosh mark. So each of those are similar in that respect as well. All right, so let me know which was your favorite out of the Flyleather pack. Sorry I wasn't able to show you the blazer, but out of the three, which one were you guys able to cop, or which one was just your favorite in general? All right, so last but not least, I pulled out these two laces that I was able to get with the Air Force 1. It came in a bright purple and a bright blue, and the tips are bright orange on this one. I think the purple is probably my favorite out of the three color lace options that we got. But the blue is also great because there's lots of blues that are going on throughout the palette of this shoe, which is quite nice. But as always, I just love having different options. Definitely probably going to put these purple laces on at some point though, just to kind of give it some more pops of color. Not like it really needs more pops of color, but I mean, hey, why not add a little something, something? All right, so now I just want to show you guys actually one of the boxes, because these are really cool boxes, and I think it's very creative of Ruohan to have like really incorporated a box that actually matches the shoes perfectly. So we've got, again, these kind of figures with plants and the earth all throughout it, the same colors that match the shoes. You know, we've got reds and purples and blues and greens and blacks. Gosh, just like every color of the rainbow is on the shoe. Everyday Earth Day, so you've got the Nike Flyleather there, and the same print that we have on the tongue there with the legs. And got the Nike Flyleather, talks about how it's at least 50% leather fibers that have been recycled. It's always nice to just have, you know, a multicolored box that you get to add to your collection. So this is definitely a nice kind of collector's item box to have. All right, so now let's talk about sizing. For the Air Force Ones, I felt like they were a little bit on the larger size. I can definitely put probably 2 fingers behind my heel when I put my foot into the shoe. So I probably would have gone with a size 7, which is a half a size smaller than what I usually would get, which is a 7.5 in men's. For the Air Max 90s, these were a little bit more true to size, a little bit large, but not enough for me to probably go down to a full half a size, to a size 7. So with thicker socks, I feel like this works perfectly fine, fits me well. Other than that, for the Air Force Ones, again, I do think these run a little bit larger, so I definitely would probably recommend going half a size down. All right, so now let's talk about Ruohan Wang and how she was able to kind of merge into this artistic way of life. All right, so Ruohan Wang is best known for her bold colors, which we are not lacking in the bold color scheme here on this specific silhouette. And she also is known for these cute, kind of quirky, offbeat characters, which is what we're kind of seeing throughout the shoe. There's all these different kind of characters that looks like they've been kind of hand-drawn throughout the shoe. And so Wang basically dabbles in different types of printing, installation printing, and fashion design, which kind of really incorporates her fashion design knowledge by creating this beautifully, artistically designed colorway for these 3 shoes. So it wasn't until a family trip to Europe that Wang actually kind of got this idea that maybe she should further her education somewhere outside of China. So Wang speaks Mandarin, and she had visited Berlin and decided that German was actually the closest in language. So she felt like she would mesh a little bit better there, as well as culturally, it just kind of was a place that really vibed with her. She did go and visit Rome and Paris, as well as Stockholm, but it seemed as though to her, Berlin was just one of those places that really struck her as something that she could really, vibe with. And I guess apparently her dad also had a huge, kind of foundation in, telling her that it would be great for her to really educate herself in more of a worldly manner, where she wasn't just learning only about China, where she was actually really delving into other parts of the world and really educating herself in different languages. And so that's where she kind of began to designate herself as a based artist in Berlin. And we've seen, these great bold art pieces from her that, really kind of mimic what we're seeing on this shoe. It definitely is a portrayal of her as this creative artist, and it really is meshing the 2 worlds of Berlin and China into 2, so that she can show, through her own way of artisticness of, those 2 places. About the styling section now, I had so much fun with these 2 shoes because I got to take this to the outdoors, specifically Acadia, which is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. So highly recommend you guys, if you've not been to Acadia, Maine, go check that place out, because the footage that we got was insane, and I feel like it's the perfect way to display these shoes because it's all about the environment and giving back to the earth. So why not actually film these with a very outdoorsy kind of background and environment? All right, so the first look that I paired with both of these shoes was my Brain Dead North Face fleece. It has lots of green in that fleece, and there's lots of different places on both shoes that are dispersed with green. So I felt like green was a great color to really pair the 2 shoes with. I had just some basic plain Lululemon ombre tights on, and I paired that with my Braid Dead North Face bucket hat, and that was just kind of a navy blue color. There's lots of blues going on here too, so I just feel like that was a really fun kind of outdoorsy look that is more of an athletic option that I wanted to give you guys. But I think with both shoes, it really just showed all of these different vibrant colors that were incorporated and helped them pop off of both shoe. So let me know which shoe you guys preferred with that first look in the comments. about being all about giving back to the environment so that we're not killing things and wasting things. So I would have to say that this depicts it very, very well. For the second look, I paired it with a more dressier kind of look. I had some Aero trouser tailored pants and like a dark denim wash, and it had like a nice big tie at the top. And then I tucked in just kind of basic plain gray hoodie by Brandy Melville. And then I paired that with a Ghani kind of plaid oversized coat. It is the fall now, so it was so much fun dressing for the fall because I can actually use layers. It's not too hot to use layers. And then I wore a Supreme Just ball cap with the S on the front in that natural colorway. And I just feel like lots of different patterns are gonna work with this. Both these shoes are so crazy on their own with all the artistic drawings that are all over each shoe. So I feel like the plaid was just kind of a fun touch to play off of the characters that she incorporated on each shoe. So let me know for that outfit as well, which one you preferred more, the Air Force Ones, the Air Max 90s. Real sometimes, you know, you got things like the fog that you're playing with. It's freezing cold outside, but for some reason these girls over here are wearing like nothing and it doesn't look like they're cold. It's just me, am I the only one that feels this freezing cold air coming off the ocean? Could be. Could just be a baby. A little sissy. I don't know. All right, so last but not least, I wore just a simple plain black jumpsuit by Redone with a Supreme beanie that was made out of just a knit sweater wear. And that beanie was just a nice bright red tone. I just saw so much red, especially in the Air Force One silhouette, that I wanted to add a little bit of red to my wardrobe. And then I wanted to just show you guys an all black outfit, because as you guys know, I do like all black and sometimes dark gray.
I only work in black and sometimes very, very dark gray.
And the black just really was a great backdrop to these shoes. It was one of those looks where I feel like this really made each shoe kind of the standout piece. So those are the 3 looks for the styling section. Let me know which one you guys preferred the most, as well as which shoe you liked the most, depending on each look. All right, so now let's conclude with how these shoes are currently doing on the resale market. For the Air Force Ones, these went for $130 retail. For the Air Max 90s, they went for $140. Currently, it looks like base sizes 4 to 5 for the Air Force Ones are going from $180 to $250. So a little bit of money to be made there, but not a ton. And then 8 and up is going around $170 to $200, depending on what size you are. And then the Air Max 90s are currently going around $150 to $170, and that's kind of an average throughout all the different sizes. All right, guys, thank you again for tuning in to another one of my unboxings and reviews. I am always so happy to see you guys. Let me know if you guys have any comments or questions on either of these shoes, even the blazers that I wasn't able to review. So hit me in that comment box below. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I do want all of my newbies to be a part of the Shade community. And don't forget as well to hit the notification bell, as I do want to alert you as soon as we have any new and upcoming videos. All right, guys, again, my name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We will catch you on the next video.